10 seconds remaining. Ten seconds Radiant remaining. Team pick.
Dark.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Team ban.
Oracle.
Ten seconds remaining. 5
Radiant
seconds
team
remaining.
ban.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Five seconds remaining. Ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Imber spirit.
Dire team pick. Queen of Pain. 'Dire team ban.
I speak for the
Radiant
trees.
team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team back. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Wraith King.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Вау! Такая халява!
Турнира. Тут админ ставит паузу, потому что у них там какая-то рекламка или что-то. Это
Не,
в
обычно...
каждой игре.
И ждешь еще минут 15. Вот, примерно.
Very good.
Справедливо. Игры.
Wow! What just happened? See you later, nerds. See you later, nerds.
stacks, farm them too while you're at it, which is a lot faster than trying to farm like as a position 4 Shaker or even a Phoenix, right? You just farm so much quicker as well. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this match here. The PL versus the Wraith King. You were concerned about perhaps the Radiance build versus the Diffusal, getting that level 20 talent, as there goes Ben Soy just eating a few audio attacks, courtesy of
30
Roshan.
seconds to battle.
Yep. Only good. PL is what? Only good against Wraith King until level 20.
Yeah.
Until he gets the talent. But I think overall PL is still very strong when you get to level 25. But if you look at the... Yeah, heroes are pretty good. So you can clear the illusions.
Yep.
Amber is also good at clearing illusions. Okay, maybe not so much MP, but it depends on how you itemize.
Yeah, you can still opt for Mjolnir, you know, AC, I think. Some armor, right?
And Dux is also decent against PL. So overall, they have a decent lineup against PL, even though PL is about the 24th. He was the overall last pick.
Yeah, yes, he was. I think, of course, that Wraith King, in no small part due to that. So we'll see. So definitely going to be a first item Diffusal Rush here for our Phantom Lancer for Adroit. Do you think it's just going to be early fight, looking for early fights whenever Max got that Doom ready? It's going to be buffed pretty quickly here on the mid lane. Doom.
Yeah, mid lane Doom. The flavor right now, because of the small camp that you can fall back to Devour during the laning phase. This has actually made Doom a much better mid laner than off laner. You can still do him off lane, but I feel that he's a lot better on the mid lane right now.
Yeah, definitely. He just does so well with the levels, right? You get more levels in Devour, your farm starts taking off. He's like almost the new Alchemist, isn't he?
You can say that.
Yeah. Alchemist is not quite a strong pick, which is surprising considering how much that they've nerfed the Vessel, right? Because I think that's kind of why he fell out of favor a bit.
Because the game is a lot slower right now. I think Alchemist thrives when the pace of the game is faster, because he explodes after he gets his Radiance and he farms really quickly, he gets his timings. It's a little bit similar with why you don't see Templar Assassin being picked a lot right now. Because those two heroes are flash farmers and you want to play the game fast. Because you're gonna get the Diffusal like say 14, 15 on an average game, and the Wraith King's gonna get his Radiance like maybe mid 20 around there. Midas Radiance.
Yeah, Midas Radiance, that's right, that's gonna be the build for sure here.
Yeah, but looking at the lanes so far, PL is gonna be doing okay, because you get the Phantom Rush is very good at clearing out against the tiny. Easily later once he gets levels in the skies.
Yeah, definitely.
Mortal Strike.
Even when he just gets that close base, it dramatically increases his farm. Maybe a kill on a Boomy would help out a bit as well. But you yourself instead turn it around for the last.
Very good job at pushing on the creep wave, because when you're in a lane where you don't really want to trade, harass, then you try to outpush the lane so that it's difficult for them to right click. The laning phase has been, I think, right now going well for Boom. Amber against Doom. I mean, Doom is just going to be happy because you have the extra goal from the Devour.
Yep, indeed. We have a quick pause here. Probably some comms issues now. We don't have to worry about the connection issues this time, as both teams will be playing on the Singapore server, being from the SEA region. Was it Indonesia and the Philippines, respectively?
No, Thailand. ESL Thailand.
Oh, yeah, this is the event. You confused me. First, I was like, "Are you sure, Boom Esports?" We have a disconnect out from our Oracle. How important is it going to be taking down the Oracle this game? Why don't we talk about him a little bit while he's disconnected? Is this going to be one of those games where the Ember and the Fiorian are just going to be looking to immediately gank on the pretty squishy backline here of Adroit?
I mean, Oracle's definitely a support that you always have a target on your back, you know. But I don't really like him with PL
Me
as
neither.
much.
Me neither.
You kind of like Oracle with like a good example, a Terrorblade, because you can get the Sunder off.
A TB, a PA who's going to be diving,
yeah.
Maybe even an LC.
A man-fighting hero.
Definitely.
A man-fighting core. Ursa. But most of the heroes that we mentioned, they were banned previously. Oracle with PL, not the greatest, but you can use the ultimate for, say, the greatest. Doom will probably be the front line, he's going to be jumping in first.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You can maybe save it for the Queen of Pain, allow her to jump in a little bit more aggressively,
But overall, I feel... Oh,
Boomy top lane, he's trying to stay alive. Lucky the creep did not aggro over him. Looks like he was watching those Jenkins videos and paying attention to those pro tips.
Yeah, but overall, I feel like even though the PR was the 24th pick, the Dire has a lot of answers
Dire's
against the
middle
PR.
tower is
Like, they
under
have to
attack.
play towards their timing very well in terms of the defusal. Get a hook after the defusal.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too surprising. This lane, I don't know, we'll see, right? As the lane against the Furion might be a little bit difficult for him. It might not be too unusual to get that starting ring of health, just to be able to actually farm the jungle a little
Not really,
bit.
though. PL can deal with Nature's Prophet in the lane because you have the agility boost from the Phantom Rush.
Oh, that's right, so you're not so bothered by the Blightstone that it usually gets.
Yeah, you're not so worried about it. And I think overall, the Doom also has to play a huge role here.
Nope.
Like this.
Oh no, it's okay. That's just FBZ returning to the lane. Casual Furion things. So hard to harass him.
So the PL might not be able to do this alone, but the Doom has to be fed to help him.
Yeah.
TP on the Nature's Prophet.
No, none whatsoever. He did just TP home, so that's a good job.
He got a raindrop.
Did get the raindrops. Very useful against the Oracle, because it kind of forces him to choose what he wants to go with first. You always have to start with the Purifying Flame, so a lot of that damage gets negated, however. But that's okay, because early on, actually, a surprising amount of the damage does come from. But he's going to be... And immediately, this Oracle does a really great job of just using his mana, keeping his abilities off cooldown, and just making sure that the Furion...
The Ember has managed to... It was a haste rune at minute 4. In terms of controlling the next spell. Like usually I like to always... first important sequence is the 4-minute rune. And then the 4-minute power rune would generally lead up to the... Whoever gets the 4-minute power rune would have an advantage in getting the 5-minute bounty rune. Yeah, you generally want to... What you do here is
Going to the triangle.
That's what you...
To be bringing up, that's why you generally see so many rotations from supports at the 4-minute mark, 350, 345.
Fight till the death.
You see them fighting.
Till the death.
And it's always these really lame fights of supports that have like 2 levels between them, you know?
And then you deny the rune.
And then you deny the rune, I did it! And then your mid goes, alright, get the heck out of here, you're stealing my XP.
And then you die, right? So usually what happens is you fight the rune at 4 minutes, you probably die, and you deny the rune, and then you're like...
Oh, then you TP back.
You TP and you refill his
and you refill the bottle, and you're good to go. No, that's actually a very good point here to bring up, as Hyde was probably looking for a bottle as well. So yeah, like you said, Makoto with that haste rune, we should be seeing him invade the enemy triangle camp here at the 5-minute mark. Maybe go for a kill, maybe gank top lane with that.
Use it soon so that he rotates for a kill.
Definitely. The point is to use those basically 3 free quote-unquote charges of the bottle that you get because of the 4-minute rune, compared to like the 8-minute mark, right? Where there's a whole 2 minutes between the bounty rune spawning. Yeah,
that's why the 4-minute is very, very important. And because of how much a lot of weight, the minute 5 and minute 10.
Yeah.
Because it affects your timings a lot. Whatever you can buy on the supports, maybe an extra bracer that could save your life, or whatever it is, your faster boots.
Yeah, and it's not too surprising to see Umi Sports pick up that haste rune either. Of course, they're much more mobile here on their supports and both their core.
For top, and the Darkseid went for bottom room, and it was just bottom.
Yeah.
So the Ember could have gotten it.
I mean, you're not wrong, of course, but the Darkseid hide here now where you can.
But also, you could make the argument that it's harder for Doom to clear out the wave because Scorcher is a longer cooldown compared to the Flame Guard.
Yep, and then you just have, I think you just have plainly more mobility here on Boomy Sports. Of course, there's no level 6, so there's no remnants on the Ember yet or anything crazy, but still, I think that's a point to be made here. So our offlane Queen of Pain, how do you like that out? I think, personally, I think it suits the Adroit lineup quite nicely because you'll have, hopefully, ideally, not quite a level 2 Sonic Wave ready for the Diffusal Blade, but you'll be having a nice ult.
Goal is, I think, team item hero. I don't think you're going to try to be too greedy on the quad because you have a mid. he doesn't buy a minus. But sometimes you see even a minus on Doom, but I don't really like it
No,
so
not
much.
this game. I think is
Yeah.
it's overkill, right? Especially when you have the solo
Yeah, but
experience.
I think if you actually have a super good start, maybe you can get away with it. But overall, I think what the Queen's role this game is gonna be, I think you have to buy pipe, mag, like you're gonna. Because if you look at their lineup, right, who's going fight, especially you want to Doom either
course.
the Ember or you want to Doom the Darkseer.
Plus, of course, you've got the Queen versus the King, right? I mean, the King can only move one square. Unless he sees another King, then he can fly.
But this is not fair. The King here has 2 lives.
The King does have 2 lives. That is true, but there's a lot more mobility on the Queen, I would say, right?
But they're not on the same team. They're not a couple.
No, they are not a couple. But we see the King starting on his own color there, as we'll be going to a break, are we then? So I think we'll be back here in just a bit as Boom Esports are trying to figure out some disconnection issues. But
That is what you sound like.
What the fuck just happened?
Какая жесть!
See you later, nerds. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
你行，你行，你上，你上。
会天灭地，nice！
Welcome back to ESL1 Thailand 2020, powered by Intel. Seeking Strike and Winter bringing you a bit of a pause here as, according to our observer, Boom Esports computer go boom. It's just that easy, but currently in a bit of a break now as we've got some... can't talk to you about the draft. Do you think then this PL versus the Wraith King, right? I think that's going to be the biggest deal in this match. Yes, we have the Doom mid, we got the Queen of Pain off lane, and the Ember Spirit to work about. Do you think it's going to be more of a matchup of these cores? Is that really what it's going to boil down to? Or is Boom on some sort of a timer, do you think?
Not really. I think the Wraith King can definitely carry the game on his own, and on the contrary, Radiant, even though the PR is countered, but he does have the Doom and...
We come back right into the action as Macy getting first blood, to your credit. As, that'll do him nice. A little bit of first blood bonus gold past the 4-minute mark. Macy, of course, standing in for this team, not seemingly leaving the team. Put him here 2 weeks ago here, so I'm surprised to see Adroit doing so well with a new carry. Do you think it's probably a little bit harder or easier to replace your carry, depending on the play style, I would imagine?
Well, if you think you're changing someone for that has a better overall chemistry with your players, then it can work quickly. CM getting tossed.
Yeah, that's going to set up Boomy here perhaps for a kill, although it doesn't quite look like it. Instead, Kesq ticking down here. It's going to turn around and will get the deny.
No, King denies the Queen.
Oh no, and now King captures Queen, and we're going to look bottom instead. Hide, yes indeed. Oh, he's going to get the rune denied by the Oracle. That's going to be a big play. We don't see our... Oh, we do see our Ember rotating around. It looks like he had the haste rune dispelled from him, so that's going to leave him without any bottle refills either, as the Oracle denying him of his own triangle bounty rune. So that's how that played out.
Game of...
I apologize, I was incorrect about that. Maybe that's the bottom. I can't be sure.
So Catapult Wave, Doom's level 6, and we see a rotation from the Oracle.
Yep. He's going to get a healing salve. Maybe give him that extra little bit of confidence he needs to go in. This is a pretty good kill squad here actually against the Doom, or against the Ember, if they can actually land it, because you can always dispel the Flame Guard.
Preparing to fight for the runes too. The Ember wants to refill his bottle. He's going to get caught.
It'll spawn top lane here. He will get caught as Boomy making the rotation over. Will assist with that one. Nicely done there, and that's going to get an Arcane Rune over to Mac.
I mean, this is perfect when you're playing Doom. The moment you have a Doom up, you're going to be able to, you want to be able to use it as soon as possible, and especially during the Catapult Wave.
Definitely, yeah.
The bonus points.
They even aggressively fortify there for that, just to get a little bit more hits in here onto that mid-tier 1 tower.
Keep the Catapult alive, man.
Indeed. That's the name of the game here. It is still alive.
Yeah, look at the tower. It's half HP.
That's the first wave, ladies and gentlemen. Those carts do not get upgraded. Normally, creep get upgraded every 7.5 minutes, but I think the carts are every other cycle, so every 15 minutes they're going to get upgraded. Not that that's too important, but just very significant damage with that first cart. Not always something you expect the Doom to be bringing to you.
And we see both the supports are smoking up. They're trying to... I think they're trying to go towards the jungle to check for ancient stacks or whatever they can. But ideally, if you can get a kill on the mid lane and you can push a tower, that would be like the biggest thing to accomplish with the smoke.
All going to be closing in now onto FBZ. Boomy from behind. They're going to set up with the roots, and that should be a kill as easy as they come. Macy is going to get kill credit there. A second kill then onto the Fury.
He's stuck.
He is stuck actually. The Treant's blocking in our Oracle, trying to heal himself back up as Makoto considering going in. These poor Treants. So there's just simply not enough damage coming out from the Oracle to free himself. So they will get a kill in return, albeit only a position 5.
Yeah, but look at the tower.
Well, that's time that Mac is freely able to push here. Makoto really recognizing that he's going to hurry back over to mid lane and aggro the tower.
Yeah, and he's also allowed to go for this very greedy max devour build too. That's going to accelerate his farm up by a huge margin later into the game. And like I said, the Doom has to carry some of the carrying this game, not just the PR, because the PR is getting countered by a lot of these heroes. So the Doom has to be rich in order for Adroit to be able to take the game late.
There's another rune snatched away from Makoto. I don't believe he's found the first first haste rune, and since then has not had any luck here at the 8-minute mark. Now we are. So haste rune just activated for Doom. Doesn't even have a bottle. Not bothering with one.
Doom is going to be up soon, and you see both the Radiant supports playing around the Doom again.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
I like this because we like to see the Tiny rotate over. That's one of his strong suits early, right? Just that +1 alone. A little bit of extra damage from the Oracle is always sweet.
They have to defend the tower here. They don't want to lose the tower.
No, they don't, but Adroit going to be forcing the issue. Tiny Airlines flight now taking off over to hide the vacuum. Not going to save the line, but the Wrath of Nature might consider letting them turn. Mac is going to get a bit aggressive here versus in the face of Kescute as Goomy looking to deny himself. No, doesn't even need to. The Ember, oh, just catches him there with a sleight of fist, however. It's going to be a 1 for 2. Look at the space that this is giving to PL down bot lane as he gets to get a little bit of damage now onto that tier 1 tower as well. This is exactly what Adroit are looking for. This is the tempo they need to be setting this game.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, and this mid tier 1, I always preach about how important this tower is. The moment you lose this tower, you're going to lose control of your jungle. Everything is going to be very, very hard for you to...
Hey, look at this, Mac immediately heads in. Where are the stacks at?
He gets the stacks. Oh my god, 2 camps, both sides stacked.
And this is not what you want at all with your Wraith.
There goes your support Darks here money.
Nope. Or even money for your Wraith King to try and keep pace with this PL now.
Oh, he's so fat.
This is a big problem there. So make sure to leave no neutral item behind.
Look at his money. He has drums Facebook completed and he almost has dagger.
He almost has
minute
Blink.
10.
That's some serious, that's what I told you. He's kind of like
4 points Devour, man.
the new Alchemist. 4 points Devour, a bit greedy of course, but it's been working wonders.
They're moving bot for the bounty runes.
And they still have a Doom. Makoto is going to be down here trying to scout the PL.
This could be a huge move here if they kill the Ember.
Yeah, it looks, oh no, they're going to be a little bit more defensive about it. Maybe just trying to bait him forward.
They're going to get 4 runes. Doom is going for the top rune.
He will not find it, however. Since that'll be snatched away from Kescute, he will be rooted down. The Oracle and Makoto just exchanging blows.
They get 3 runes.
Yeah, they want another regen as well. They might continue chasing. Makoto will consider it, and he will snag the kill even.
I mean, it's worth it. He got the bounty rune. So Raiden picks up 3 bounty runes. I think the top tower should be the next tower that they want to claim. But they could also defend the bot tower because the Doom still has ultimate up right now.
Yeah, there's no Oracle ulti yet though, so I think Métis is not going to be super comfortable here. Instead, he's just going to rotate top, look to get some more pressure here, applied to the top tower.
So they are going to give up the ball.
Oh, they do have Doom rotating in though. +1, I can't tell who that is.
Eat the car. Eat the car.
Yeah, you got to eat the car. 7 seconds, and I assume he's going to be doing it. But good job there, dragging the creep wave out
He's
from the tower.
just way too strong already. Like you don't want to give up the tower when you have a hero in the game that's so strong right now. Like when where Doom goes, the entire team has to run away. They cannot fight him.
They're immediately going to rotate top, trying to counter the rotation and boot the lane. Little chest term. We're just full of them today. So, respectable time. Taking in now.
Didn't a minute faster than average.
Oh, I didn't actually catch it.
I'm not paying.
He's not scared of anyone. All of Boom Esports are scared of him. Backwards. It's only 2 letters off. It's only 2 letters off. It's almost there.
I'll pretend.
NA alphabet. Wow, look at that one.
See? You see?
I mean, I'm paying attention this time. I don't know. I am seeing it. That is one heck of a stat there. Of course, I think most Dooms are going to be in the off lane, so they're not usually afforded this luxury of going for Devour, maxing Devour first.
Doom is a mid hero right now. He goes to mid more than he goes to off lane.
I think it's one of the... Is he really, actually?
Yeah,
is that statistically true?
Oh, no.
I know it's his better lane.
I know it's better, but I don't know if it's statistically.
I think he's one of those heroes where ideally you want to run him as a mid, but generally it's a bit more difficult to do so because he gets countered.
Doom wants to get his ultimate.
He does. Maybe he does. He got it off. There's the Blink Dagger reveal, and as well as the Flame Guard Dispel. No chance of denying out from behind. He's got to get within karate chop range.
Karate chop.
And that's-
So right now, after claiming the mid tier 1, they're gonna claim the tier 1 at the top, opening the map even further for the PL.
Yeah.
And you see Corp is moving towards the dead lane.
I suspect this PL is going to be mighty close here to his defusal blade as well. There it is. What did I say?
He has his cloak as well. Like
This is scary.
Dyer's
This
top
is
tower
really
is
scary
under
here
attack.
now. Boom. They just need to try and avoid fights here for some time.
they scale better than the
do.
Radiant lineup because of the core-to-core matchup, even though there's a Doom in the game. But I think overall they don't really need to rush as of right now, because I feel like with the Co-op Ultimate and the Doom up, if those two big spells are up, they are definitely not going to want to get into a fight with the Radiant team.
And you're never incentivized to fight against a PL because he does extremely well early. This is a big spike for
Until
him.
you have the Radiance.
Until you have the Radiance, because then the big
Actually,
mischance.
maybe no. Even with the Radiance, I think he needs to get... You want to smoke and fight them right now, you know?
The disconnects out from Boom Esports yet again here. As we'll just in the game for some time. No, but I think my concern more specifically, it's like wanting to fight against a Slark, right? Or like farming pretty far out with no vision against a Slark right after he gets a Shadow Blade, for example. He's just going to be on the prowl. You know what he's looking for. He wants to kill heroes
but when
with this
you're
item.
going into that kind of situation, you always have to still, like, let's say you have the dire lineup, right?
Yes.
It's not your timing, and then
No.
you still have to delay the game. So somebody has to die for the team. Somebody has to push the creeps far away enough, and you want the enemy team to come get you. Oh, sure, if you survive, it's great.
To the Boom draft, actually. At that, isn't
Even
it?
the Nature's Prophet.
Even the Nature's
I
Prophet.
think in this draft, right, the Nature's Prophet, the Ember, he's not gonna be. MP doesn't do much against their lineup.
No.
He has to use his life to sacrifice for time that the Wraith King and the Ember can use to farm. To farm.
There's no shortage of heroes to play the dead lane.
Even the CM. Even the CM.
maiden.
Yeah.
Even the. Oh, and that's a great point to be bringing up here. So, you know, maybe you have to kind of bait the PL, give him a few kills here and there, just to placate him, right?
Yeah,
to let your
bring
Wraith
this
King farm.
point up because a lot of the tier 2 teams or the tier 1.5 teams, I noticed that they have this thing about, because when you play pubs, right, if the game sense that you have is derived from playing a lot of pubs, you're always looking to fight, right? You're not really thinking a lot about when we are strong, are we able to fight or when the opponent is strong. And so you're playing the game with your natural instincts that whenever you have an item or whenever you have your cooldowns up, you want to fight. But sometimes that's not the case, right? Even when you have your item or cooldown, you haven't reached your ultimate timing and the enemy has a better timing against you. So
of course,
in that kind of situation, you have to keep playing the map. You use the creep wave to your advantage. You try to push out. Because if your draft generally doesn't have strength to fight at that point, you usually have some other boxes tick like wave clear. So in this case, if you look at their wave clear, Darkseid has wave clear, Nature's Prophet's wave clear is great. CM also has wave clear. So
Ember's not bad.
Yeah, they can use that to their, and the Wraith King Skeletons, they can use that to their advantage to push out waves and just delay the game as much as possible. And even in certain cases, some of the heroes have to die to get the waves up.
This, I think, also draws back to our discussion yesterday about the risk management, right? Or the risk assessment, of course. Right now, there's really no reason for the Wraith King to even be looking anywhere on the PL. He wants to be on the opposite side of the PL right now. Because Wraith King, he's got a farming
gold
item.
mine. He wants to be in the gold mine.
He wants to be in the gold mine. He wants to be in that triangle. He wants to be using that Midas as soon as it's off cooldown here. He's looking for that Black Dragon Drake. He's nearing that relic because he's got no incentive to be fighting the PL. What can he gain? I mean, maybe the 30 seconds of free farm at best, right? Because the PL is still going to come back, and it's not like PL loses charges on the Diffusal Blade. He's going to come back. That Diffusal Blade's still going to be as strong as it was 30 seconds ago before you kill him, and you're going to be maybe 300-400 gold closer to your item.
You have to pick your timing, and this game, the Wraith King's timing is, like I said, even with the Radiance, he's going to need like at least 2 more items.
Yeah. Definitely here. We are going to be going to at least enable him. I do like this itemization from Makoto, right? Because they're going to be looking to give him a little bit of the minus armor, damage amplification for our Wraith King. Try and get those big red numbers
He
going.
already has the Deso.
Yeah. Well, he has the money for the Deso. Looks like he's still saving a bit here as the disconnects.
Deso's not so good against PL. I think generally against PL you want to go.
Maelstrom,
but it does amplify the, if he does go down the road, it does amplify the Wraith King. If you want to fight now, I think it's good if you want to fight now. But if you don't want to fight now, you want a Maelstrom, you go Maelstrom, you keep farming, keep scaling, because I think even the Ember could be a force to be reckoned with later if you get, what do you want this game? You definitely want Maelstrom.
Mjolnir, for sure.
Yeah, Mjolnir. Then maybe you can go for like a Shivers, you can go for the Octarine Core.
Yeah, you're looking for the armor. Axe is great.
Yeah, you want to be fed too as the Ember. You don't want to be left out, just the Wraith King being farmed.
There we go, everyone back connected here. Alrighty, this Boom Esports are good to go. Get the ready.
Because right now, if you're Boom, you're definitely going to plan for the late game. Because in the near future, let's say the next 5-10 minutes, you're probably not going to be strong enough to fight.
No, and you can tell. Look at Hyde's build. Not a single point here in the wall of replica. No creeps. He wants creeps, and that's it. He's got a level in search, a level in vacuum, just in case they find a kill here.
You know why he has that point in vacuum?
Because it's a stun. Because it's a stun, Winter.
Cancel the TP.
It's true.
So my teammates can't complain about me going zero.
Exactly. But guys, I'm not greedy. I'm a team player. I have a stun. Okay, Darkseer. He's got his little, what is it? The little hand vacuum. You know, he needs to get the shop vac ready,
just in case he needs it.
Yeah, of course. Well, this is great. The CM just babysitting the Wraith King here, and you're right though. They're giving some respect. They're not pushing that tier 2 too hard.
Tier 2 is a bit difficult because of the armor increase and HP increase from before. So it generally doesn't really incentivize you to get it that early because you don't have that much damage with a normal lineup unless you have like a very strong tower pusher like a Shadow Shaman or like a Lycan. Like generally when you don't have those kind of heroes, it's gonna take you a long time.
Oh wow, they are looking for a fight here. Smoked up as 5.
What do they see? They have a ward on the high ground.
It looks like Desolator's on the way for the Ember Spirit. Looks like he bought that item next, going for the Maelstrom. They don't see Macy though.
But they know he was there because there was a ward there around the jungle. They saw him nearby.
Yeah, so that's going to be a failed smoke attempt, it appears.
They just want to try to get 1 rune. Maybe someone has to sacrifice himself for the rune. Let's see.
I don't know if they're
Slight. Take the rune.
They're gonna regret this though. Makoto's so close to the Desolator, as they will not be fighting for it though. Although Zach's gonna force the issue. The blink forward now onto the Darkseer. Hyde trying to run for his life with those little legs, but he's not gonna be fast enough for the Purifying Flames to cut him down.
That was the max range, right? Purifying Flames. But Dai got 3 runes. That was rather strange that because Radiant is stronger. Yeah. They definitely don't want to trade for runes, take less runes than the Dire team. They just move over to the runes a little too slow, especially the Doom. He needed to be there if they wanted to contest. You can see in the beginning. Smoke going on with the Doom. Tiny has Blink.
They're trying to bait the Quap here. Are they going to take the bait is the question. Blink on Tiny, Makoto.
They want to go for the tier 2 top, it seems.
Yeah, they do. No one.
And that's going to open the outpost and Roshan.
Yeah, that's a big one here, especially early on. Give you a little bit more safety, allow your Doom to play a little bit crazier. Jumps. Yeah, there they go on the Makoto. Oh, the stuff is not going to be there. We were looking for a CM route and did not find one. Actually, no, CM is on Boom's side. So we were looking for, they actually had a little bit of trouble. We needed to do.
He couldn't get the toss on the Ember there. If he got on the toss, the Doom would have time to get the Doom off on the Ember. That's the tier 2 here is the important objective for them. They want to open the outpost, get Roshan. Yeah. That's gonna be what they're looking for right now. They just purchased the mech on the Quap and the Tiny, the Blink on the Tiny, so they are super strong right now.
It's the Maelstrom instead of the Desolator. Do you like that a bit better than the Deso purchase?
Yeah, I like clear creeps and you get to scale into late game better. It's good against the PL. You already have the Radiance and the Wraith King, and you see the lead is getting cut off because the Dire team is using a much bigger map and they're clearing quick waves faster. That's why even though they just lost a tier 2, the goal lead is still standing strong. Top lane, we have a TP coming in. They found the real PL.
They did find the great.
Right, getting the important silence on the Oracle. Otherwise, the PL would have lived.
That's not even a question if he would have lived. There's not a single stun there to stop him. There's Booming gets a kill into the Cascute's CM.
They know there's a ward there because he just died.
Yeah, definitely. 320 gold for support on your Tiny. It's not bad. I think you take that kill.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Tiny has seen a surge of popularity in terms of teams drafting him because of the gold and XP you get from killing heroes and they removed the magic resist from the braces, so heroes are a lot easier to kill.
And teams seem to consider not banning him because it's just not worth it. Cores we are seeing getting
There's
a
too
lot
many
more
stuff that you want to ban.
There's just too many important things you got to ban out. It's almost always the Spectre, the TP, sometimes the Doom Phoenix that needs to get banned first before you can even consider seeing the Tiny ban.
There's the Vino. There's so many annoying heroes.
In this tournament alone, I think he's picked close to between 3 and 4 times the amount he's banned, which is an incredible pick rate to ban rate. He's just not considered important enough here, but he still has one heck of a game impact here.
Your poison.
Yeah, you really do. You have to choose your poison. Are you going to want to play against a Spectre or a Tiny? It's a pretty easy decision to be making here, although you have to pay the price here if you're a squishy position 5 maiden. It's something you have to accept, I think, which is difficult in this draft. It's definitely.
They even see the meta that playing a support is more
Ganking mid 24/7. Life for 4 players. We hit creep and we do stop Makoto. Getting all of his mana burned. Does have the wand charges though to get to safety. He'll be fine. This to fight, but now he's been eclipsed in farm here, even by the Wraith King.
Yeah, because the creep waves are constantly being pushed inside. They couldn't find anything.
The cell.
Toss back.
Nice toss back. That is a Wraith King. He does have a search though to get him away to safety. Do we have an additional chase? Mac with the drums, trying to set the trap here and hide. Will be the sacrificial lamb.
That's very, very good. Look at the map again. Once again, they draw the 5 Radiant teammate, and I guess
He's going to get rooted down. And he's got a BKB as well. I mean, he is still Doombringer. But a whole lot of, heroes to use it with. Yeah, silence.
to the king.
King captures support.
That's a pawn.
That is...
King captures E4.
King captures E4. What the heck is the king doing in the middle of the board? What kind of opening is that?
Late game.
Late game, yeah, I guess.
E4 is a pass pawn.
Oh, good stuff here. But yeah, now this Wraith King is going to have a BKB, so he might even consider showing up to fights. But that's a real big problem here that they have. Just the Surge able to kite out the PL. It's hard to really toggle the Phantom Rush correctly when they can always just surge you away.
Surge from our...
That is true. Wow, look at the damage.
So much damage.
He really did. They're not going to catch him with the Fortune's End either. Too many creeps. Yeah. Makoto, he does not care. In fact, he does not care. Macy rotates over mid lane. He says, yeah, what about it?
The only way he dies is he gets doomed.
Yeah.
Or the Tiny gets the combo and then he gets doomed subsequently.
Yeah.
And now look at this. They're getting so much of the map. They get the tier 2 for free. They're not getting the waves pushed right now because the Oracle and Tiny, they can't compete against the Darkseer, the Nature's Prophet.
And I would say they lack the catch. I think this game goes a lot differently if, for example, instead of a 4 Tiny, I mean, maybe a 5 Oracle, you have instead maybe a 5 Disruptor, right?
Not really though. I think they just need to use the Corp more on pushing waves because I noticed they're bringing like 4 or 5 heroes around the map, moving left, right, center a lot.
Yeah.
They need to plan better on how they're going to manage their resource, how many heroes are supposed to be moving. I think ideally if they want to move in a smoke, Tiny's going to want to be in a smoke. Doom is going to want to be in a smoke.
Yeah.
Oracle maybe yes, no, or maybe he's guarding a hero. But if, let's say if the situation is Oracle, Tiny and Doom are in the smoke. Because Pia is definitely going to...
Yeah, I mean, because
He was always trying to. There's a lot of players that actually make this kind of mistakes where they try to always connect to your team whenever there's a fight, without actually considering, oh, am I needed?
Yeah.
Am I not needed?
Yeah.
What do I actually need to do? The creep wave is more important or not? Because when you have a lead, you're always running at the enemy team.
Definitely. I mean, you already have a Doom, right? You already have a Doom that's this far ahead that counters. I mean, Doom counters everyone in the game, right?
And the enemy can't fight you. So what do? They split the map. They dodge you. They push out the way. So if one guy is hunting, the other guy is also hunting. Then who's pushing out the way?
So the next question is, I think we're approaching the crossover point where Boom Esports will then have, you know, the tempo and the control of the tempo. Can Adroit still come back from this?
Yeah.
Is there still time to act on your items? You have Doom.
You dream that you get to the late game, refresher, agonyms.
So what you're saying is it's already too late by now?
No, it's possible for them.
Well, they're going to be setting up for a kill here onto Ben, so he does have to blink out, but the vacuum to pull him right back in. He was totally fine. CML from behind. Over the Tiny, though, the rotation. There's no Tiny Airlines tossed back, but Hyde is going to be rooted and
Just one down tier kill. And look at the map. Look at the map again. This is what I'm talking about. See, they're moving so many heroes. And, okay, only PL's not here this time, but they move 4 heroes for 1 support kill again. And creep wave middle is pushed out. Top is pushed out for Dire, and bottom is also pushed out for Dire. Dire has the whole map at the expense of 1 support kill.
Yep, this BKB now up and 10-second duration on Wraith King. He's now hit that level 3. He's 2 levels away from the level 20 talent, and Macy's barely burned maybe 100 mana off of him total.
They have only fought once, I think, ever since he got a diffuser. There's no fighting happening. There's always just pickoffs, Axel sacrificing himself, and Boom is just doing the right things in the game to get to their timing, which is another maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you know.
I like this, though. I like this out here by the fight. Boomy, though, jumping onto the back lines, trying to be able to blow up the Cat's Cube, but turning and channeling the ulti now. Boomy getting sucked right back in there. CML ulting himself with the ball, trying to stay alive a bit longer.
Without Quap. Quap was the bottom lane. There's no way he could have connected. They were getting desperate because they know they're being played around the map, you know. They want to look for a fight, but Boom is always one step ahead. They're sacrificing their support to get the creeps out. So you get frustrated when you're playing the game like this, when you're tiny, because you want to fight all the time if you're tiny. And that was like as a result, an act of frustration sometimes. He sees one hero, he just jumps.
Yeah, little did he know, there was 4 heroes there. Mac, though, big item. He's got that Shiva's guard with the all the TI effects, all the bells and whistles on that one.
Don't really like that they didn't actually go for a pipe on the Quap. She went for use after Mac. I think she needs to get the pipe if they want to keep pursuing the meta.
She needs to go for, unless they were fighting non-stop, then maybe you can get away with the greedier build, right? But because they're not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say use is greedy, but he wanted the use to, you know, there's a lot of things you can do with the use. You can remove the boss buy, you can remove the searing chains, you can remove the flame guard, the surge. There's definitely a lot of
the silence from the orchid.
There's a lot of use, there's a lot of. But I think that if you go for the greaves and pipe, they're still gonna give you that option, you know, and it's gonna allow your team to play a faster game because you're stronger when you're fighting against the Radiant.
Here comes our Darks here, looking to hit him with the Hoover. He's got the wall now. That's going to be quite annoying.
This is an act of desperation, man.
Yep.
And Dire's like, once again, look at the lanes. Mid lanes push out, top lanes push out, bot lanes push
pushing, yeah, that nearly at the tier 3 tower already. That will push back in favor of the rating here. But the blink forward, they're looking for something. Now again, they only find the main. Dreamissal not turning with the stun, but there goes Blue blinking in. Will be able to move down that main. Dreamissal popping the 10-second BKB on his first life here. It's a Sonic Wave, just connecting out to Hyde. Onto the back lines goes Macy, though, trying to nuke down at least one. He will catch Hyde, but Dreamissal still BKB'd up, jumping onto the Oracle. See you later, Son. As NPZ in some trouble, he's got the Sprout TP. Nicely canceled there by the Tiny. Boomy making a lot of plays here. It's a CM buying back, but look at this now. It's going to be Macy onto Dreamissal. That is going to be a kill. Level 19 on the ranking. So close to that town, and he's not going to get it. The Doom finally finds his mark, and it's a full team wipe +1 for Adroit.
Mikoto, you are doomed. There is no escaping this, and that's going to be the rush for Radiant. That was a very, very nice fight. Eventually, they got the fight, but I was a little surprised that Boom actually decided to take it because
Me too.
Rift King was level 19. He wasn't level...
So close.
Yeah, he wasn't level 20, and that's a huge problem when you're playing against the diffuser. Once BKB runs out, you don't have the second life, you know.
No, that's a big problem for them there. Shoutouts to Boomy as well. Great target priority there in the fights. Knows all he has to do is get an avalanche there, continue locking down the maiden, does exactly that. And I mean, Destroy, they knew exactly what they needed to get after there. They got it. They got it done.
And they also didn't have the Dark Seal Wall. No, he used it in the Roche Pit as well when they took the fight.
Wow, great turn. All of a sudden, 8K up here for a team Adroit.
Yep.
And yeah,
So that
one heck
fight
of a
was like
turn.
6K.
Yeah.
Like 7K. Okay, so the fight initially began when Mac jumped in to try to bait the fight. He gets the stun on the CMC and buys back after this. He pops the BKB really early.
He does.
On the Wraith King here. That's quite surprising. But I think he wanted to try to go for a kill, but couldn't. And he only got the Oracle with the BKB charge. And right now, no BKB. PR just goes into balance all his mana and he's gonna die.
Oh, they will catch actually FBZ. He will go down.
Attack.
2 kills in quick succession there. I was just watching Mac. Mac knew he needed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is doom this Ember. He eventually caught up to him after the remnants ran
He's
out.
the only person they need
Yep.
right now. You don't want to do Wraith King. Nature's Buffer is not that useful. And Dark Seal support.
He's going for an Axe here on Mac. How do you feel about that? The Axe on the Doom?
Very good.
Dire's middle
Because of
tower has
the
fallen.
improves the stun duration of the
Radiant's
Infernal Blade.
bottom
Lowers the
tower is under
cooldown, gives a
attack.
break.
Yeah, it's
Very long break.
it's very nice damage.
Indeed. Okay, all of a sudden, that was actually a 10K net worth swing. Would you believe that? One fight alone?
That was I think buyback from CM, right? Yeah, so they killed 6 heroes.
Yep. It was our first real fight as well as Makoto. They will get the Searing Chains onto our Doom. He's pretty scary though. 9 seconds BKB, but refuses to use it this early. Finally gonna get the ulti. CML sucked back by the Hoover. Yeah, and he's gonna be okay. It is Oracle ulti level 2, so about another minute of downtime here, but AC,
Yeah, he has an illusion.
he's looking for a fight here. They will be able to catch a Dream Assault, just needed to burn the mana. He does have the 20 talent though, good call it. He's probably saving the BKB, hold the second life. Disarm though, not much he can do. It's Benso forcing away the supports. There goes Makoto's link being popped. His Dream Assault is alive, will finally be burned. They have not quite gotten through the Aegis either, but Mac looking for the Doom. It looks like he has not dropped one yet, as Macy will nuke the backline. Dark's here, still continuing to run around, and finally they will get through that Aegis, but FBZ, he's going to be BKB. And now Doom. Returning to the fight will be Macy after respawning as Mac going down. Now his BKB expired, trying to 1v3 Macy. We do have the Tiny that can jump back in as well as the Oracle, but there's no ulti quite available yet. But Macy, man, fighting quite effectively here against Dream Assault, nearly dead, as they will now turn onto FBZ, get the kill onto him. Nice control out from the Tiny. Can they get Dream Assault? They will. Macy with a double kill, and he's looking for Thrall to round out the team wipe here onto Makoto. He goes, and without mana, that should be as easy as they come. Even the Flame Guard getting purged off. Another team wipe here, and Macy with a triple kill is going to maybe get one in return here onto the Oracle, but he's going to be okay.
A very close fight. Like, if they didn't have the Aegis, they would have been not able to win the fight on,
Definitely.
good on the PL.
That was amazing control out from the Oracle there, getting the disarm constantly onto Dream Assault as well. Great stuff there, and even with this Radiance, like you said, they still need that +1 item here, it seems.
Yeah, he's not strong enough. Like, he needs to... I feel like he needs to have a mobility item like a blink so that he can get on, because he desperately needs to kill the Oracle right away in a fight. And the Ember cannot reliably go on the Oracle right now because he's very afraid of the Doom from Mac. He's always very careful about how he's playing the fight. So I think if the Wraith King can have a blink, he can
Dire's
jump
bottom
in,
tower
look for
is
the
under
Oracle,
attack.
go on him first. The fights would be easier for the Dire team.
Yeah,
Dire's
definitely.
bottom tower has
Definitely.
fallen.
And, well, game continues on then. Interesting Queen of Pain with opting for the Ghost Scepter there, just another defensive item.
Dire's bottom tower
bit of a
is
weird
under
one.
attack.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
I think you kind of want to have the, like, if you don't want to pipe, you get a Lotus. Lotus is very
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, TP's coming in. They're looking to fight as Makoto unable to land the Searing Chains onto Macy. The Doppelganger comes in time. That should be just a pretty clean escape.
Yeah, Dire 2 wants to keep farming right now. They
Yes.
need a lot more items.
They're trying to defend that last tier 2 tower, but Makoto gonna get jumped on. That's the Abyssal Beat roll onto Macy. Nice move vacuum there on the 2. The back wall combo isn't gonna be enough to save Makoto. It might not, as the Sonic Wave will catch him broken. Trying to fly away. Makoto will be safe and sound for now. Now in trouble is gonna be the Queen of Pain. Benso will take down eventually as Mac getting a nice break there onto the Ember Spirit, but he's gonna be A-okay. Back up to the high ground. Macy fighting the illusions will now turn back onto Dream Assault. Boomy fighting FBZ. CML getting control now. Does have the Oracle ulti. Will use it just barely to save the life of Mac. He's going to be totally fine. FBZ finally drops as Macy will continue to run down. That looks like now the Darkseer he's going after, but Dream Assault getting kited away. Mac not quite on full HP, but he's nice and healthy. As now back over to the middle lane. Dream Dream Missile fighting Mac, trying to 1v1 him, but disarmed and broken, ticking down as well. The percentage-based damage is Macy going back now onto the darks here, so there's going to be no escape here on the second life of Dream Missile. He does have a BKB, and a buyback now from Hive to try and save his life. Turning now onto Mac, they will be able to get the kill onto him, having used the Oracle ulti already. He should be able to TP out without a problem. And now Adroit, oh, they might leave Macy behind, but no. Know your trees, boys. As Boom Esports, they're going to come off again on the losing end of that fight. And the net worth lead extends to 11k now.
Oh, there was also a very, very close fight.
Yes, it was.
And this time the BKB usage on the Rich King was much better. He waited for his second life. He didn't really rush to commit it early. He had a lot of chances to use it, but he was very patient this time and it paid off.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
They took the initial fight, I think, a little too hastily, I think. The Doom was on cooldown for, I think, another 5-6 seconds, but they decided to jump in anyway and they couldn't kill the Ember initially. I think they needed the Doom on him right away to win the fight, but it was still on cooldown.
Even popping the Lincoln Sphere perfectly, I think, was the Oracle, which is really easy for him to do, obviously.
But they just didn't have the Doom to secure the kill.
They don't quite have that nuke damage, even with the Abyssal Blade stun. They just lacked it just slightly.
It was overall a pretty good Sonic Wave as well. You see the initial, yes, they get the Ember, but it's still on cooldown. The Doom was still on cooldown, and they couldn't finish him off.
That was a very aggressive blink out from Benzo, I must say.
Yeah, and he dies.
Yeah, he dies immediately after that, because he's not going to be saved by the Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, he even dies because of the Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, the Ghost Scepter is definitely a question. Well, maybe you should save that money for an Axe, you think? I don't know. We can talk about that one, I guess, a little bit later. But oh my goodness, there's going to be a kill now on the Ember Spirit. No Doom needed.
Bash needed.
Bash needed, but no Doom. No Doom. Unnecessary. That's going to be a big kill for them. Looks like they were going fishing for a kill bot lane instead here on the side of Boom Esports, but they're going to have to pull back from that one. Maybe just opting to push the lane a little bit. And the spider legs on Doom is kind of terrifying just to look at.
Like Spider Link is one of the most key items.
It really is. I think obviously, the free pathing. Hold on, Tiny's gonna be okay here. Obviously the free pathing is insane, but I think honestly the turn rate reduction.
Yeah, the turn rate is actually
so good, especially on hero, especially like Doom, where he's got to do that whole lifting both of his arms before he can bring down the hammer. Oh, the Tiny Airlines Dream Missile in a bit of trouble here. Does have that BKB and mana for the second life, but he doesn't need any mana for it. Dream Missile. Oh, he's gonna BKB, trying turning and fighting here on the first life. Does have now the Mjolnir, which is gonna force away Adroit, but they're gonna be coming right back in as soon as that wall, or maybe just pushing a different lane now, considering they can go through mid. Ultis and BKB extended. They will be forced back here by FBZ's Treants, that is. But we'll see if they want to try and force the issue again. Probably not, though. The Ember back up in 5. I think they're going to try and set up for Roche here.
Is under attack.
What do you suspect?
Roche is definitely the next point of contention here. And I think that right now for Boom, the Ember is a little too underfarmed. They need the MP, one of the other cores, because the Wraith King is already struggling right now. He doesn't have enough damage to win the fights alone. And he can sustain through the fights, but his teammates are not helping him enough to kill the heroes, you know. It doesn't matter if you have a mid shield in front if you're not killing any of the enemy heroes.
Yeah. I gotta say here, this is when the supports of Adroit start to become a whole lot better. The Maiden, she offers very little to no lockdown against Macy.
The Oracle is very, very strong when the game becomes like this.
Uh-oh, Dream Missile. He will maybe get vision there on Macy, but will not give chase.
There's also the initiation from the Tiny, because the Boom supports, they're kind of more passive, the CM and Daxia.
Definitely.
They are waiting for the Ember to go in. That's why, and he's the only one that can go in, because the Rage King didn't opt to go for a blink this game. So there's very little or no initiation at all.
I saw someone purchase a Scotty. Was that the Raid King? Dead. The vacuum wall combo is not going to be enough to stop the chase. He does have buyback, but did not get a remnant down. That's so now very aggressive blink, sets up for a very nice Sonic wave, popping it down onto 2 and completely surrounded is going to be Dream Missile. The support's getting forced out by Mac here. Dream Missile trying to fight, but FBZ TP in, does track Benzo, but only briefly. Now the TP, sorry, the BKB rather expiring. He does have buyback as well, but Dream Missile in some serious trouble here. That's going to be the first life. Having bought back is going to be Makoto. He's right back in the fight. CML forced to use the ulti on himself, so we don't have one for the covers here, but Macy, he doesn't even look like he needs one. There goes the Maiden dead yet again, and the Abyssal to cancel the TP as well, as we do get a disconnect. And immediately a wow out from Dream Missile. The game has crashed. Ooh, but he is dead, and I have to here, in my professional opinion, prescribe Wraith King with a dosage of death as well. I think he's as good as gone.
I mean, this fight is very, very difficult when the Ember gets started on, not on like this. And they don't really have, like I said, the initiation is a problem because they didn't opt to go for a blink on the Wraith King. And Ember is the only one. And when you're only initiation, he's the first hero that gets jumped on, the fight is going to be very hard for you. Because you have no other means of initiating. I mean, they did get off a decent vacuum after that, but it wasn't really enough for them.
It's just, there's no immediate follow-up, especially because your Ember was doomed.
They don't actually have follow-up anyway with their lineup.
No, okay, they're going to give the good to go here as the Oracle is ready. Let's see how fast Trimacell dies. Yeah, there he goes. Ember Makoto running for his life, but Tiny Airlines catching up with everyone now as he's going to continue running. Look at Macy, though, the Doppler, sorry, the Phantom Rush cool down there, being put to good use. Trimacell does have buyback and will opt to use it here.
Actually,
I don't know about that. The lanes are quite pushed in.
I guess because he felt like the Ember didn't have buyback, he had to try and save him.
Yeah, but now, well, the good news is it's a bit of a longer Roche. So we might have some heroes naturally responding, but I don't think the Ember's going to be up nearly in time.
Nah.
I don't think Adroit's even going to wait for the Roshan here.
They're going to lose 2 lanes.
Yeah, they're going to lose at least 2 lanes. You can see already Mac has gone bottom to retrieve the creep wave there to push the tier 2. That's still standing there. At Adroit's.
Look at the confidence. Yeah. Heroes are not there. Picking out runes, pushing out waves, and there's only 3 people here.
Well, they know they got this. He does have the ulti back up, but his BKB duration is running out. And look at that, he even gets nuked down. Or rather, his mana gets nuked down.
They defended the right.
Wait, look at that aggressive rotation. The 4-staff away. They're going to try and turn onto him, but Mac has now returned. They will connect the stun here onto Dreamercell, but do they have protection? Absolutely. A nice vacuum wall combo, but immediately out of it's going to be Macy trying to go on to hide there. Look at the damage now onto this PL. He's going to be forced back by the ulti of Kazcute, and Dreamercell still alive as they have repelled this first push.
Nicely done there. Not fighting in the wall and the CM ultimate.
Indeed, good patience. They can now basically get a free.
I don't think they can give up this, even though they don't have the wall.
They don't have wall, they don't have let it go. This is going to be difficult.
If you can't fight now, and Raiden gets there, I guess you still can't fight. So you have to go.
There they go. They're going to smoke up. If FBZ goes, nah, I think I'm going to farm this camp instead here. As there goes the scan, so they know Roche is happening. Can they get there fast enough? FBZ has the teleport. Roche falling quite low. Nice Rule Scepter there. Onto the Wraith King to hold him down. And the stun on top. Great control. Can't even get off a single attack. He will be surged away as now Hyde is going to get gone on. They will get a Wraith Fire Blast out in between. Good vacuum, but Hyde, he is going absolutely nowhere. One hero dead now, and more to follow as Kazcute should be next to go. And they're just going to be tumbling like dominoes here. Boom Esports down 23k, 20 kills here. And now they disconnect out from the Oracle.
Oh, it's okay. That gives us time.
It does give us time
to talk about the game.
I mean, the hold here from Boom Esports is going to have to be legendary. The ultis may or may not be back up, but you have 2 supports that are dead and nothing stopping Adroit from running it down.
I'm talking more about they should be like trying to diagnose what's the problem this game, what actually went wrong, because it's pretty important that after you lose a game, you have to identify what is wrong. Did our picks too greedy? Did we go for the wrong items, or did we play the laning phase badly, or certain fights were played badly?
Tiny, so far he's got a Scythe of Ice.
Yeah, a dream,
It's a good item. Fantastic item.
Doesn't want a free Scythe of Ice.
Doesn't want a free Scythe of Ice. No, but yeah, like you're saying, whenever I used to cast with Adam on 343, he's like, yeah, this is when you do one more team fight for the boys, and
actually thinking about the team fight, you're thinking about what went wrong.
Exactly.
You're just playing so you have time to think,
exactly,
and you have more time to rest in the game. Because I feel like the itemization could change the outcome of the fights a lot.
Wow, you're doomed. You are doomed. You are doomed. He tries to turn and fight, but he's gonna have a little fight left within him after he is doomed up. Still have a tier 2 standing, so it's probably going to be the game here. We will have a buyback available for FBZ. Dreamercell getting very aggressive, just keeping right onto that tier 3 tower. As Mjolnir active. No, yeah, we are everywhere. They're all around him, and they're in his nightmares as well. Hex up now, he's not going to be off because FSG will active, but who will get that? They nuke through him without a problem. That's going to be a dieback now on the Wraith King as FBZ trying to do whatever he can. Makoto as well, bouncing in and around, but he's getting his man burn slowed. He's in some serious trouble. Oh, nice stun there. They're not even going to get the vacuum follow up on. They will eventually, as Maze out called the GG already. Yep.
In the whole game was like going really even. Boom, they were doing a good job of dodging when the PL has his diffuser plus hood. They were playing the map really well, but that one fight, Wraith King was level 19. They decided, okay,
seriously,
this is time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I speak for the
Choose
trees.
your hero. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That is what you sound like.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. That is what you sound like. Bonk, bonk, bonk. That is what you sound like.
Как к турниру. Ты можешь его там, шмотку увидел, думаешь, вот.
.30 seconds to battle. battle begins. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The seeds of fortune.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What have we here? Double damage.
Radiant are scanning. Radi- Bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Ra- Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Pull roots and run.
That should help. From the goddess.
Tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
To sediment.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling.
Mess with doom, you get the horns. My grave. Sacred Grove awaits. Just for my connection. What have we here?
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Warriors of the wood.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The seeds of fortune. Almighty. Your fate was foreshadowed. Uproot and after that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Untraceable venom. The pain.
В целом это никак не помешает.
Maybe next time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
With me.
Radiant's top tower is under
Okay.
Invisibility.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The sky despises me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So dark.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That is what you sound
See you later, see you later, nerds. See you later, nerds.
I deserve this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Wow! Bonk, bonk, bonk! That is what you sound like.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiants now have mega creeps. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Life is prison.
Go for me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. 10 seconds remaining. Remaining. Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. 10
is what you sound. Bonk, bonk, bonk. That is what you sound like.
See you later, nerds.
Thirty seconds to battle.
Look out for falling rocks.
The battle begins. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant are scanning.
Rolling out.
Falls.
Coin.
Silent unorthodox.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. That should help.
Almighty money.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Revenants of my people will wash over you back to the stoning.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Brought you.
Dire's middle tower.
Regeneration.
Welcomes me.
I reap your life.
Return to sediment. I survived the eruption.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Illusion.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
I just reward.
Under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wow!
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
We hardly knew you. Just as well.
That is what you sound like. That is what you sound like. Haste.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Unstoppable! Beckons. Wow!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is falling. Radiant's courier is
Wow! It would be my pleasure to shoot it.